Now that we have those fairy energies in the room, I want to welcome you all to the Spiritual Corner. My name is Prison P-Chan, or PZ, whatever you want to call me, and I'm here with another collective reading to see what you need to know today. I also posted an extra reading today about how people perceive you, and it was a wonderful read. I wonder if this is going to piggyback off of that, but that is available for you guys. Just wanted to give you a little treat today and give you two readings. All right, we're going to start off with the Fairy Wisdom Oracle, and then we're going to move on to some tarot and see exactly what is going on in your energy. And we have Earth Elements. Absolutely beautiful card. Trespassers. This came out yesterday. I literally just said, wow. I'm going to take the one that landed face up. And we have, lastly, actually I'll put these here, Wild Violet. I believe that also came out yesterday. I did a good shuffle on these, and it seems like we still got these energies out. Earth Element, I'm not familiar with because I've never pulled this card. But I would assume it's about grounding, connecting with the heart and the soul, a little bit of the root chakra in there. What is that? That's like a magenta. So I'm getting like root and intuition grounded in the earthly realm, or even in like the earthly things of like materialism and stuff like that. But it's more of a, like I said, grounded. It's not someone who is obsessed and only looking at things one way or looking at just the material. This could also be just energy based, but the keyword is grounded. So Earth sustains us. It gives us everything we need to physically survive. Its beauty gives us much of what we need spiritually. Earth provides us with a stage on which we can act out our life stories, growing and learning as we do so. We are the shepherds of the earth, along with the elementals. It is our duty and our privilege to do our best to protect Mother Earth. We can honor her by protecting wildlife, vegetation, water sources, and her air. If Earth cannot drink or breathe, neither can we. If we follow these aspects of respect, we will be grounded. Honoring the earth is the ultimate grounding. It is important to recognize that the act of just coming to earth is a grounding act. There are many ways to enjoy the calming effects of grounding. Try meditating, drumming, chanting, walking in the woods, hugging a tree, petting an animal, and perhaps wading in a stream. You could also walk outside barefooted. Please be careful where you're walking, but as long as you are in like a grassy area, even if you have like gravel and you're okay with standing in that, rooting, like imagining yourself rooting to the surface of the earth can really ground you. Try to spend as much time out in nature as possible. If you can't be outside, then bring nature inside. A stone, a flower, a feather, whatever strikes your fancy. You could also bring in, if you have animals, birds, even pets, like cats and dogs, they still breathe that natural energy. And being along them, especially like cats, their purring is a natural soothing element to I was supposed to say Americans, to humans. And it can really help. It's honestly based off of adapting to the coo of a child. It's quite interesting. But yeah, you could be in the past, focus on your grounding, focus on nature. You could have started a journey where you're really embodying the benefits of being in nature. You could have also gotten a pet recently to just have more of the element of earth in your home. You could have plants in your home, flowers. Just make sure you're changing them and you're keeping them up to par. If they are dying, that can bring in a lot of bad juju. So you want to make sure that you are clipping and taking care of your your plants as needed, as well as your pets. You don't want to neglect your pets, but I think that we all know that, especially as humanitarians who have been drawn to spirituality. Um, so with the trespassers card going in, you could have been just like in your element, really just embodying the earth, flower child, soul child. I'm getting like hippie vibes, just chilling, just really grounding yourself in life and loving life. But with the trespassers card, I feel like someone entered your energy to cause issues, problems, invading in your boundaries. And the wild violet has a lot to do with love and just togetherness, even self-love. But we're gonna see here. I always love to read these just because a lot of new people coming in may not know what's going on, and like I said, every time I read these, it just gives extra tidbits of information that we can add to our reading. So the trespassers card's keyword is boundaries. Fairies have boundaries too. They are usually in the form of magical spells placed around sacred places in order to keep out those who might tamper with the sacred objects. They also have an invisible boundary around their realm. It is not easy to break through the boundary, but it can be done when one knows the secret words. Are you having trouble respecting the boundaries of others? Is someone not respecting your boundaries? A third question: what kind of boundaries or limits am I placing upon myself? These are questions to ask yourself in order to discover which area of your life you need to work on. You cannot expect others to respect your boundaries if you do not make clear them with yourself. You must state clearly and honestly to others about where you draw the lines. Be kind but clear about your expectations. In turn, be respectful to others' boundaries as well. Their business is their own. Be careful not to gossip or spread rumors. Watch that you do not loudly gab on your cell phone in public places, infringing upon the space of others. Boundaries can be trespassed in many ways, and it is up to you to think before doing. This card also invites you to consider the boundaries that we place upon ourselves. We often set the limitations of ourselves due to the lack of confidence, self-respect, or even lack of knowledge. Release any unwarranted restrictions that you have assumed. Release limiting habits and thought patterns. The dragon at your gate can either protect you or hinder you. What will you ask it to do? So this card is kind of a wild card in this aspect because it could be you strengthening your boundaries, but it could also be you. See, I'm not really getting like you limiting yourself. I'm getting like an interference energy. We're gonna pull on that, but it's just very weird that it's coming up that way. And lastly, wild violet. The keyword is romance. It may be time to perk up a current love affair or to welcome a new one into your life. Think of all the romantic things that you can do. You always hear about the fairy tale romance, but as fairies will tell you, it doesn't happen without some effort. Relationship should be based on mutual respect and honesty, and the small kisses. And love. The small things can go a long way in perking up your relationship. There is the small kiss on the cheek, just for nothing, or the hug at the door. Really listening to your partner is vital to any relationship. Get the basic building blocks under the relationship, and then keep building. Even if you're not currently in a relationship with another person, you can treat yourself by creating a space in your home to pamper yourself. Romance a pretty isn't just for some. It's about a pretty tablecloth and flowers in a vase, soft music to relax by, or a nice glass of wine to drink before a warm fire. You are worth the effort. How can you put more romance into your life? So this is where you're going. Yeah, this can go a lot of different ways. So I'm not even gonna like hypothesize, but I do see some sort of romance between either you and your higher self, or between another person that's coming in. Quite beautiful. Let's see what we got here. I'm just gonna blow my nose really quick. Because for some reason my allergies are acting up. Alright, sorry about that. So we'll go ahead and pull some tarot. I'm gonna give this yes, a celebration and conflict is over. So there could have been some sort of boundaries that were crossed here by someone. Yeah, you are very much in your power and you're working on something. This could be just your spiritual development here that you're really putting a lot of effort into mastering. All right, so we're going to start off with Earth element. You got the Page of Cups coming out. The Star. Ooh. And the High Priestess reversed. First of all, we got two major arcanas here. Something you didn't see. Possibly this trespasser energy. You could have been guided somewhere. Somewhere in the unknown. I'm getting like a very innocent energy. Someone who is just now starting to open up the heart and really focus on the emotions. This could have been the start of your grounding yourself, grounding your emotions, being guided by spirit to heal an aspect of yourself. An aspect that you may not have seen in the past. Let's see. What's High Priestess and the Star? The High Priestess reversing the Star. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Yeah, wow. Yeah, it's like you were guided to just go for something into the unknown. We have Knight of Wands, which is about going into a new adventure in this context, and going after something that you desire, something that is heartfelt. With the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Cups, there could have been with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, it could have been something that you invested in that wasn't a good investment necessarily. Let's go into trespassers. Interesting. You have the Queen of Wands out here again. I'm gonna check and see who that is, if that is you or not. But we have the Hermit reversed, Death that came out on top of that, and the Queen of Wands. Kind of how I'm getting it, the way it's looking, is that through this journey of healing and going for your passions, I'm also getting a balancing energy with the water and the fire, the wands, the both Knights, Wands and Cups that came out at the same time. Through this balance, it helps you come out of hermit. So there could have been a lot of deep introspection that you did with yourself, just really trying to find the light within the darkness. And there was a transformation here that happened. It could have been a transformation in the way that you set boundaries. Maybe even limitations that you had on yourself. Let's see here with the hermit. I want to see what, yeah, you took control of the chariot, your forward movement here. And you went a different direction. What's the Queen of Wands? Whoa. So the Queen of Wands is somebody else. But it's also you. It's weird. It's like you transformed into the Queen of Wands. Oh, no. So there's somebody who is inflicting on your boundaries on purpose. I feel like you decided to take the reins and move in a different direction from this person, which turn you into the Queen of Wands, someone who's radiant, someone who has a vision and who executes it, someone who can create something out of nothing, and who is very, you could be very vivacious, sensual, very much embodying your sensuality, whether female or male, it doesn't matter. Anybody can be this energy. It's really just um, the intuitive, the side of the two like you're just like one side of the two coins, because you can also have a masculine. Your masculine is just someone that acts. Your feminine is more someone that intuits. So and with the Queen of Wands, that's not to say that they don't act. With it being a Wands court card, they definitely act. And from going to from the Knights of Wands to the Queen of Wands, there was definitely an upgrade here in through your healing that helped you come out and step out with a lot of spunk, a lot of fire, a lot of light. You are shining bright here. Currently in your energy, and I think that's what's making you magnetic to possibly lead in this romance, or even to finally bridge the gap between you and your higher self, so you can have this deep self-love for yourself. It could also be both, but yeah, this is definitely someone who is blocking the devil, who has released themselves from such, who is just not dealing with any toxicities, anyone who wants to bring chaos into your life. I feel like you're going in a different direction from that, and you're just blocking anything that results to that. You are leading this chariot forward. Wow, this is very to the point reading, but geez, it's so beautiful. Yeah, I really feel like you had to strengthen up your boundaries here, and also um, remove any boundaries that limited you at the same time. And there was a lot of work done here in the background, behind the scenes, that I don't think anyone really saw. You kind of just like popped out. That's cute. All right, well, Violet. Yeah, there's something coming in with Three of Wands. There's something that you're seeing coming in, man, and it has to be love. I'm a sucker for I'm a sucker for love. I am a sucker for love. I can't help it, and this is very sweet. I love this. You are seeing your Ten of Cups coming in. Whether that be another person, you could also be with this person already and you're just seeing this in your future. But this could also be just ultimate fulfillment. The what is that? The happy ending that we all want. This is your happy ending, how you see it. And you're seeing this in your future. You're seeing that this is coming. You have foresight about this. Yeah, and this includes no drama. So because you cut off um, these energies, or you create boundaries from these energies, there is no double energy. There is no conflict. There's no drama. There's no chaos. Of course, there is going to be some imbalances here and there, because the yin and yang. But there's no one's pulling the strings, because you've got the strings of your life. Yeah, this immature Page of Wands energy, um, the truth is being shown about them. And whatever they tried to invest in to keep you in this state, or try to bring you down or control your life, is not working. It's not happening. They are frustrated at the fact that it's not coming in. They have no new spark. Whatever they tried to start up it didn't even make it off the ground. It didn't even pick up traction. It kind of just stood there and stayed in their energy, is how I'm getting it. And that's the truth. Yeah, they can't say nothing. This group, love it. There's a group, or some friends. Could even be someone who was significant part of your life that you decided to let go of, or put boundaries up for. Yeah, whatever plans they have, it's not working. They need to hang it up. If they haven't hung it up yet, they're being told to hang it up. But they, as I say that, but they're not going to stop. It doesn't matter. You're too ahead of your path for you to be affected. You're too radiant. And as long as you stay in that energy, not saying that if you fall out of that energy for even a second that they could get you, but as long as you are, that's your baseline, like you're fine. There's nothing that they can do. You're still going to get this beautiful 10 of cups. You're still going to have a lot more peace in your life instead of whatever they want to happen. I kind of want to see what they wanted to happen. They obviously wanted to be bound to you, or you being bound to them. Yeah, this is a very codependent energy. 9 of Pentacles reverse. This is someone who just wanted to ride your coattails, who wanted to get a chance with you. It could be someone who was a counterpart to you, but this could also be your choices. They wanted to be your choice, but they're not. Yeah, they definitely want to be your choice, but especially with the Hierophant, this might have been a relationship, friend, family member, or romantic. Take it as it resonates, because this could be anything. It doesn't have to be. I'm kind of not getting family, so it might be friend or relationship. Someone that you were in a relationship with. Yeah, we have the 8 of Swords, the 2 of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. They wanted this, but they're not getting it because they can't even keep the balls in the air to get you to conform, is the word that's coming out. They want you to believe in what they believe in. They want you to believe in this thing called love. Oh my god. It might be a King of Pentacles that just popped out, but it's definitely someone that wants to be a King of Pentacles, because they are coming up as a codependent person, someone who's very insecure and very much ungrounded in themselves. And you just spent all this time grounding yourself. You're not going back to that. That makes no sense. Low-key feeling this energy is kind of, it feels kind of whack. Like they feel really whack for this. They don't even feel like they're in your energy. It's almost like you push them out, excuse me, and they're kind of just like looking in from the window or something. Like they feel very far away, though I feel their dense energy, because it's almost like you're radiating so much that you're pushing away all of that. It's quite interesting. But I'm not going to spend any more time on this. Maybe I will ask, what's up with this love that's coming in? So, let's see. It's definitely coming in a little slow because there's some hesitation here. Something that they awakened to that was hidden. They might be going through their own situation of a gold digger, or someone that's very much an energy siphoning person. They're not paying attention to this person with the 6 of Wands reverse and the Knight of Swords reverse, but they're still in their energy and they're having to deal with that. It's causing them to feel stuck. Maybe even, yeah, there's like a lot of realizations, understandings with the Hierophant and the Lovers with their choices. They're seeing things clearly, and they're starting to see where their fulfillment lies, and they want to recover whatever that was lost. And they're looking at you with the Page of Cups as well. So there is definitely, the Page of Cups could also be this person that is in your energy, that wants to be with you, that is very much a good person. But it's like you guys are mirroring each other. They could have had to create boundaries as well. They could have had to also take the reins, or they are, if this is some sort of relationship where you're leading, because you're currently leading your life, they could kind of be a little bit behind, where they're just now realizing what you had to realize, and they're starting to take that 9 of Wands, Knight of Cups journey into something new, into a new adventure, but they haven't necessarily fully started yet due to the Fool being in reverse. There's something in the way to where they can't fully come in yet. That's why this is based in the near future, especially with the Three of Wands. They're gonna come in when they're ready. Is how I'm getting it. Um, yeah, they've had to go through a lot of stress, a lot of burdens. I feel for this person. They're gonna have to drop something very significant and tangible in order to be guided to you with the stars. Well, I love that you guys are mirroring each other. So this is definitely someone who is very much going to be significant to you. But yeah, they need more time. So just hold off on expecting this person. If they're in your life right now, just enjoy the time that you have with them. But they're coming in regardless. This might have been something they were trying to stop as well. So they could be the other person could be that person, whoever this Page of Wands in the reverse is, but they're not. They're too immature in their actions to even compete. Honestly, if there's no competition with the Five of Wands here. Sorry, my leg. My leg. Alright, I'm gonna get you a fairy whisper so I can stretch and get out of this position. Give it a little shuffle. Okay, let's see. I kind of got called to pull two. So if you are, like if this person, this immature person is pestering you or trying to get some sort of communication out of you, the overall energy is strength in silence. The silent stone. Strength in silence. Let your presence speak. So you don't have to say nothing. You can just let your presence speak. The way that you move, the way that you care for others, the way that you create. Let that speak. You don't need to say nothing. This person is just not on your level. And that's not to bring anybody down or bring this person down. They just have a lot of healing to do, and they're only hindering your growth by being anywhere near you. So if you're continuing to distance yourself from this person, just make sure that you hold those boundaries. Wings of inspiration and not internal nod. The wings of inspiration, is let your imagination soar, embrace the freedom of creativity. We just talked about that. Embody that energy of silence and let your presence, let your creativity speak. You are interconnected, internal knot. You are interconnected, strengthened bonds with those around you. So I kind of feel like this is your soulmate. Even in spirit, you can strengthen this connection. So just as long as you're going on your path of creativity and just letting your actions speak rather than explaining anything to anybody, because all they want to do is listen to misunderstand. You'll be fine, and this is going to come in just fine. Just continue to be you. All right, I want to thank you for coming along with me on this journey and watching a reading, whether this is your first time or you are coming back. I appreciate you, and I also want to thank a lot of you who have just now started to subscribe and are really pushing my numbers. I know I'm about to only hit 100, but like the fact that I'm even hitting 100 is wonderful. It's been a long time coming. I'm actually rolling around to being over a year into this, and over 2-3 years of reading just on my own, and it's been a wonderful journey. I love reading cards. I love reading you guys' energy, and I just love being in connection with the source and the spirit. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to constantly push myself to reading for you guys, and I'll see you next time.